Hello students, in this video I will discuss a question answer given in your book unit test paper of the chapter electrolysis. First, give reason for the following. Electrolysis of molten lead bromide is considered as a redox reaction. I said that always electrolysis is a redox reaction. Why? At cathode reduction occurs and anode oxidation occurs. During the electrolysis of molten lead bromide will dissociate to form lead 2 plus and bromide minus, and this lead 2 plus will move to the cathode, and by gaining 2 electrons means reduction. By gaining 2 electrons it will form lead metal. So we can see at cathode reduction is occurring, and at anode bromide minus will discharge, and by losing electron it will form bromine gas. So here oxidation is occurring. So simultaneously reduction and oxidation are occurring during the process of electrolysis. So we can say electrolysis of molten lead bromide is considered as a redox reaction. Next one, lead bromide undergoes dissociation in the molten state but is a non-electrolyte in the solid state. I said the main condition for the electrolysis, for the process of electrolysis, that electrolyte should be in molten state or in aqueous state, because lead bromide, it is an electrovalent compound. So there is an electrovalent attractive force, a very highly attractive force is existing between lead 2 plus and bromide minus. So when it is in solid state, it cannot break. So we cannot have that free ions to carry the electric charge. That's why solid lead bromide is a non-electrolyte, but when we will heat it, we will melt it, that ions Pb2 plus and bromide minus will be separated out from the lead bromide, and then they will carry the electric charge. Next one, the blue color of aqueous copper sulfate solution does not change when it is electrolyzed using copper electrode. I said when we are using copper electrode and active electrode, no anions from the solution will discharge to the anode, because anode itself is an active electrode. So this copper will lose 2 electrons to form copper 2 plus, which is blue in color, will come back to the solution to make the solution blue. So the blue color of aqueous copper sulfate solution does not change when it is electrolyzed using copper electrode. Next one, during electrolytic dissociation of NaCl, that is sodium chloride, the sodium ions are discharged at the cathode, because cathode is a negative electrode. Why? Because cathode is attached to the negative end of the battery. So in the electrolytic cell, so Na plus is cation, so cation will be attracted by the negative electrode cathode. So cations always discharged at cathode. In the electrolysis of acidified water, dilute H2SO4 is preferred to dilute nitric acid, because dilute nitric acid is a volatile acid. It will dissociate to form nitrate minus ion, NO3 minus ion, and this nitrate ion will interfere the electrolysis during the electrolysis of acidified water. Next, question number 2. Select the correct word from the words in bracket to complete the sentence. The electrode at which anions donate excess electron and are oxidized to neutral atom is the anode. I said always oxidation occurs at anode. So the answer will be anode. On electrolysis, Ag plus and H plus ions migrate to the cathode. Always the cations migrate to the cathode, and Ag plus H plus are discharged, and Ag plus are discharged, okay, because Ag is placed below hydrogen plus in the electrochemical series. Electrolysis is or an oxidation reaction. So electrolysis is a redox reaction in which reduction reaction takes place at the cathode. So answer will be here redox and here cathode. According to the Arrhenius theory, the amount of electricity conducted by the electrolyte depends on the concentration of the ions in solution. As higher is the concentration of the ions, there will be a large passage of large amount of electricity. Salts ionization in aqueous solution on passage of electric current to give negative or positive ions other than H plus ion. Positive ions. The answer will be positive ions. Complete the table given below. Here, this is a table. You have to fill it. Electroplating of an iron rod with silver. See, iron rod. On iron rod, we are electroplating silver. So nature of the anode will be silver, because by which we are electroplating always kept at anode. Nature of the cathode, that is iron. Ions present in the electrolyte, it will be H plus OH minus and Ag plus. Cathode, Ag plus will migrate, anode nil because anode itself is an active electrode. Electroplating of copper sheet with nickel. Nickel should be placed at anode, copper should be placed at cathode. Ions present will be nickel 2 plus, sulfate minus, H plus and OH minus. Nickel will migrate to cathode and no nil, the anode product will be nil. Electrorefining of silver, impure block of silver will be the anode, pure block of silver will be the cathode. The ions present will be Ag plus and Ag plus will move to the cathode and anode product will be nil. Extraction of potassium from potassium chloride, we will take carbon as anode or carbon as cathode. Those are inactive or inert electrode. K plus and Cl minus will be the ions present as electrolyte, and K plus, potassium plus will migrate to cathode and Cl minus will migrate to anode. Extraction of aluminum from Al2O3, cathode and anode both we will take as carbon. Al3 plus O2 minus will be the ions present as electrolyte, and cathode Al3 plus will migrate, anode O2 minus will migrate. Next one, select the correct answer from the list in bracket. The cation discharged at the cathode most readily, answer will be copper 2 plus, because among these all cations, copper is placed below in the reactivity series. The anion discharged at the anode most difficulty, SO4 2 minus, because SO4 2 minus is placed above all these. Now the metallic electrode which does not take part in an electrolytic reaction will be iron. The ions or ions which is or are discharged during electrolysis of aqueous copper sulfate using copper electrode will be copper 2 plus. Only copper 2 plus. A covalent compound which is aqueous state conducts electricity, it will be NH3. Ammonia generally in gaseous state it is non-electrolyte, but when it is dissolved in water it will form NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide, and it will dissociate to form ammonium ion and OH minus ion, then it will behave as electrolyte. So the answer will be NH3. So these were all for the question answer discussion for the chapter electrolysis. You can solve your questions given in the book. Thank you.